So if you don't have an intention right now, if you don't have a goal, just set your goal or your intention that you want to be up here, you know, participating in higher action routines, being in creator mode, even if you don't necessarily know where it's going, because up here you will definitely encounter your goal, down here you will not. Hello, Transurfer and the Transurfing Curious. My name is Renee Garcia and this is TransurfingTV. And today on TransurfingTV, not an original idea of mine. This actually was given to me by one of the dedicated subscribers here at TransurfingTV. Andrew, thank you so much for this awesome insight. I really, when you talked about this, higher action routines, I was like, oh my God, that's such a good and simplistic way of putting it. The idea of collecting certain things that you do throughout your day and making certain that they are all resonating at a high frequency, therefore upping your frequency, upping your energy levels, helping you to achieve some of those higher lifelines simply by tuning into a routine that consists of higher action activities, right? This is what it's all about. And you know, I think this is a valuable thing to really dissect at this point. Look at your own daily routine and start to ask yourself what you could do more of that is higher action, and what you could start to cycle out of lower action, lower actions, lower frequency actions. Because, you know, as most of us know, I mean, I'll be the first to admit it myself, I fell into some lower frequency activities when, you know, things really shifted about a year ago with the pandemic, staying at home a lot more, not being able to travel, giving into boredom, giving into, you know, just feeling as though I had to do something to entertain myself on my time off. And you know, I've been open about it. It was a very, very short stint of this, but I got into this really low frequency routine where I would film my videos and then I would drive down to the liquor store and I would buy myself like a canned cocktail. I got sort of into these canned cocktails and scratch her lottery tickets. And I would sit in my car and drink my cocktail and scratch my lottery tickets. How bad is that? I mean, well, so okay, here's the thing. It's not bad if you don't feel it is bad, right? If you really are just entertaining, you know, yourself in a way where you understand that it may be a low frequency activity, but you're not necessarily saying that it's bad. For me, I kind of knew, I was like, man, you could really be doing something better with your time. And I'm super sensitive to alcohol. So even if I just had one the next day, my energy level just a little bit lower. So I woke up, I see myself, I see my reality, I see what I am doing that is not in line with my intentions. And that's really what this video is about, is staying in line with your intentions, making sure that your actions, your activities, your routines, your habits, all the things that make up your daily, you know, your daily grind, that they are in line, in fact, in line with your intentions, because the more that they are in line with your intentions, especially if your intentions are high frequency, right? Like being super, super creative. Creativity is a high frequency. So if you're inhibiting your energy levels, lowering your frequency, it's going to be really challenging for you to be, you know, in super creative mode. So I'm going to break it all down for you in a moment. Remember to subscribe though to this channel and join us on the International Transurfing Institute Facebook group. It is rocking. If you guys would like to check out what the course has to offer, or sign up for the free course, which has the Vadim Zeland interview, the interview I gave him in 2020. It's pretty awesome. Links down below. Check it out. And follow me on Instagram, reality_transurfing, y'all. Okay, so higher action routines. So higher actions equal higher frequency. It's really that simple. And then obviously, you know, the polarized version of that is the lower actions equals lower frequency. So we sort of know what lower frequency actions are. Again, drinking alcohol, gambling, drugs, smoking if you're not really happy with it. I know for me, for a long time, I was actually happy with being a smoker. I really felt as though every time I had a cigarette, I was really enjoying myself. I was enjoying the cigarette, and it didn't affect me negatively. But once my mind switched over to having negative thoughts when I was smoking, then it sort of, you know, the habit changed, the frequency of the habit changed. So again, it has a lot to do with what you're feeling good doing and what is making you not feel good or what you don't like doing. And Vadim Zeland talks about this actually in the book. He said, if you're going to be a smoker, don't, you know, deny yourself buying a pack of cigarettes and then go scrounging around looking for cigarette butts to smoke. Turn it into an event, right? So have your beautiful cigarette case and smoke fancy cigarettes and have a fancy lighter and really like own it. So this is not so much about quitting things as it is cycling out of things that are keeping you resonating at a low frequency, or, you know, making certain that your habits, you feel good about them, right? It doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're feeling good about it. So higher actions equals higher frequency. Well, I didn't go over all the lower actions, but again, smoking, drugs, drinking, gambling, media, politics, oh my God, tuning into negative events on the news, tuning into negative information on social media, gossiping, arguing, fast food, not being good to yourself in regards to your health routines or what you're doing to, you know, if you're watching TV all day and sitting on the couch and not getting your blood circulating, this is definitely like a low frequency mood to be in. So higher actions are simply the opposite: creating, exercising, eating super healthy, alkaline meals, eating right for you, drinking lots of water, getting yourself into the zone where you're feeling as though every step you're taking is to assist you in either how well your body's functioning, how well your mind's functioning, your actions towards your goal. It's really about getting yourself to a place where all of your actions are supporting you. Kind of imagine it like a springboard or a trampoline. All of your actions are gearing you towards that higher version of yourself, refining yourself with your actions, right? So the cool thing about higher actions is they minimize the risk of an induced transition. So, you know, induced transitions, as we all know, are products of us really giving in to the lure that the pendulums throw out to us and getting us hooked on an external script that does not suit our mindset or our intentions or our frequency, right? Because remember, pendulums can really only hook you if you are resonating at a similar frequency. So like for me right now, TV could be on and I could encounter that information coming in my direction, but my frequency is very high, so I can simply just pass by the news, right? I don't get hooked and tuned in. And a lot of what's helping me pass by negative information, pass by negative people, pass by, you know, all this external noise that's going on in our world right now is my higher actions. So they're helping me stay on track, right? So I have a routine, and I know this is going to go against a little bit what I talk about with anomalous action. I'm sort of a firm believer in both. Have very steady routines and at the same time take anomalous action when it is a higher anomalous action, right? So I have my routines to sort of keep me dialed in to the frequency that is going to help me connect to that higher version of myself, help me connect to that higher lifeline, help me stay tuned in to my intention. And induced transitions are very, very, very few and far between. And if I do encounter an induced transition, my higher action routines definitely help me out of it. So like yesterday, I had a little bit of a down day. The night before, I didn't sleep so well. I've been in a really good run with awesome sleep. Every single night, I'm really getting like at least 8 to 9 hours of deep, deep sleep. I had one night that wasn't so good. The next day, which was yesterday, kind of, you know, spun me out a little bit. I wasn't feeling like myself. I didn't film, and I kind of went into a very mild induced transition with awareness. I knew exactly what was happening, and I pinpointed what pendulum had got me. And it wasn't a pendulum like the media or arguing with family or anything like that. It was actually something that I did intentionally, but it kind of caused me to dip down. So I pinpointed what the initiator was for this lowering my state. And I sort of allowed myself to kind of just go through it yesterday. And then when I started to come out of it a little bit in the evening, I thought, well, the next day is just right back to the higher action routine, right? So it's kind of like a track. I can get off the track for a minute, but as soon as I feel like I've kind of gone through what I needed to go through, then I just get back on the track and I'm off running again. So my higher action routines are keeping me from going down too far in an induced transition. Higher actions are higher energy levels. So I'm really into my workout routine right now. I'm really into my nutrition right now. I'm drinking a ton of like really alkaline green things and getting a lot of healthy fats. And I'm really like enjoying fueling my body with all the good stuff and staying away from things like alcohol, smoking weed, you know, doing something, eating junk food, going out to eat too often, all that kind of stuff. So of course, duh, my energy levels are going to be higher, and that's more fuel for my intentions, right? Connection with higher people, higher events, and higher information are a product of higher actions. So this is like, you know, this really has to do with the fact that the more you focus on, or what you focus on, the more it exponentially appears in your reality. So if I'm focused on like keeping my exercise routine up, I'm encountering people when I'm outside doing my thing. I'm encountering people that are also doing their exercise routines, high frequency people, right? I am tuning out of the media and tuning out of social media that doesn't have anything to do with my businesses, and tuning out of the world events, so that makes space for higher information, higher events, right? Because those lower nature ones aren't getting my attention and my energy. So there's space there that's opened up that I can then connect to higher stuff. And this is becoming routine, right? This is absolutely becoming routine. So if you like to follow my little illustration for your own, you know, for your own transurfing practice, that you have a number of different variations of reality available to you every day. I like to say there's 10. The bottom one is me bottomed out, depressed, not being creative, not being productive, thinking lower nature thoughts, not doing my higher action routines, my higher activities. This is me eating poorly. This is me having a couple drinks. This is me not at my optimum self, right? Not at my optimal level of functioning. This is me down, down, down. So these lower actions are really, they put me in a place where I'm extremely susceptible to getting caught in the script. This would be getting caught up in family drama. This would be me deciding that I'm going to watch the news and get all butthurt and out of shape about what's going on, whatever, right? So it's not only that you're not in that forward upward trajectory, but you're actually vulnerable to pendulums just sort of ripping you apart. Higher actions means creator mode, just the opposite, right? Higher actions mean that you're going towards that optimal version of yourself, that optimal lifeline, that optimal layer of reality, that higher intention. And in keeping higher action routines, you get more and more and more effective in this mode, right? And the energy, again, just sort of exponentially increases. So how do you get from point A to point B? If you are, and I've had a lot of people message me in the last year, yeah, a little less than a year, but 9 months or so, saying that they are stuck in a low routine, right? Junk food, too much news, putting on weight, alcohol, smoking too much, all that kind of stuff. So how do you catch yourself and start to get up to this higher lifeline where there are higher actions and you are in creator mode consistently? Well, Tufty will definitely help you out there. I see myself, I see my reality. This is waking up to what is helping you and what is not helping you. So if you don't have an intention right now, if you don't have a goal, just set your goal or your intention that you want to be up here, you know, participating in higher action routines, being in creator mode, even if you don't necessarily know where it's going, because up here you will definitely encounter your goal, down here you will not. So if you are sort of slacking or putting off progress towards your goal, this is the time to wake up, right? I see myself, I see my reality. I'm going to start to take I'm going to start to analyze. I'm going to start to do an audit of my day and really start to pinpoint what is helping me towards my intention, or what will help me towards my intention, and what is keeping my energy levels low, and what is steering me away from my intention that is keeping me from even starting it, or keeping me from being effective in it, or keeping me from finding it, right? You're not going to find your goal. You're not going to accomplish your goal. You're not going to crush your goal when you're down here caught in lower action routines. So I would suggest this. For those of you that are familiar with my Goals and Doors book, this is such a monumental tool. It's unbelievable to me. I mean, I get so much accomplished. I see so much success from using my Goals and Doors book. If you don't know what direction to go in right now, just get one of these books. You can go onto the Facebook group and just search Goals and Door book and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You can put your goals on the front of the book, and then everything inside of the book is to help you towards your goals, right? Through your own doors. And if you're challenged by a low action routine, a low frequency routine, set your goal that by this time next year, you want to look back and see the evolution of your routine and all that that brings, right? You don't even have to have any like profound goals professionally or anything like that, just that you want to be better. You want to be more efficient, you want to be more effective, you want to be resonating at a higher frequency. And then anything that you can think of, like go in and just start writing that stuff down and follow that stuff. Give yourself some sort of structure, give yourself some sort of routine, and adhere to the really super positive things that are going to get your frequency up, and start to cycle out of the negative ones, and you will very, very quickly see evolution of your layer of reality as well. So I would definitely suggest the Goals and Doors book for that. So let me know your thoughts, everyone. Are you caught down here? Are you looking to get up here? Are you up here and really reaping the rewards of being up here? Let us know what your higher action routines look like, or what they do for you, because it's really in this that success flourishes, right? Success definitely flourishes up here, not so much down on those lower lifelines. So let me know your thoughts on this one, everybody. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. And thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.